should prove to be a good one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Oakland Raiders. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Haskins will throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. Touchdown, Falcons! Paul Richardson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Wentz now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. This one complete to Coleman. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here now the offensive starters for Atlanta.
Yeah, I feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone before we had a chance to even say anything. But let's keep an eye on these wideouts. QB already has 1 touchdown pass. You know he's looking for a few more before this one's over. Those wideouts will get plenty of opportunities to try and score again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it up, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now on 2nd and 13, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A look there at how the Raiders will start defensively. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
The Falcons send out their punter. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again here on 2nd and 10. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. A first down carry for Barkley. He finds some open field here. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Saquon Barkley. 76 yards, and the Raiders have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade.
And now look at him go. 30, 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Falcons have retaken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. It didn't take too long for them to get that lead right back, did it?
No, it certainly didn't, and it's got to be just a bit demoralizing. You're charged up, you take the lead, you send your defense out, and guess what? One play later, you're right back in a position of having to go down the field and score again.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third down, here's Haskins. It's caught, Jones. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Marvin Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back, and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. Give him 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. Now Wentz on third down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Shotgun now for Wentz. Flushed out right. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes as his guys have now moved out in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. On second down, it's Coleman. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. But you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. On 2nd and 9, Wentz to Barkley on the check down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. To throw is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returning is Peppers. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. An update from down in Southern California. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Wentz going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Wentz to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. Wentz now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Open man is Ross, complete. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that takes us from second to third down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Looking downfield, and this will be caught at the 30. Marvin Jones, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Marvin Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
Hey, when you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that will shave one more off this lead. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. The throw by Wentz caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick. Cooper was the intended target. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there. Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead. When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. A solid first half for him, and so far a good start to the second half. And I'm going to try not to go overboard with praise here, but I can't help it. He is playing so well. Really accurate with the ball, finding guys open downfield, and finding the end zone 3 times. That'll help offset the 1 interception. Absolutely. Just that one pick with the 3 touchdowns so far. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Haskins on first down. It's caught. Cooper. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable. Just found a hole in that zone. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril. Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And that is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. From the gun on third down, Wentz. The open man is sharp. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. On first down, Barkley. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 41, Wentz. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here comes Peppers. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he's going to have the hook up to Ross. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. On 1st down, Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Again, it's Barkley. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. This is Barkley, and an alley to run. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words. Make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler Gostkowski. This will be from 53 for the win. This looks good. It is good. He hits it from 53 yards out. And the Falcons are going to win the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Falcons, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't gonna play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't